any amount of Aarons in the All-Star team. I think only once has an Aaron missed. And I'll double check what event that was at.
Yeah, it's not bad odds if you're an Aaron coming through the ranks in the bowls world. This is the sport for you. We see Aaron Wilson arrive up here. We don't often see him leading in BPL, so nice to see him just try and set the platform for Paul Foster.
So would you like to know how many? There's been
Sure.
7 All-Star teams. There's been an Aaron in 6 of them. Only BPL 16 where it was Corey Wedlock, Gary Kelly and Beck Van Ash.
There you go. So Corey Wedlock, it's your fault because he probably took all the votes from Teasy.
Yep. Well,
Aaron.
they finished last that event too.
Okay.
But they played a lot of tie breaks. So Corey was the main reason why they played a lot of those tie breaks. And Gary Kelly was sensational as the pulse went back to back, and Beck Van Ash, as per usual, just her consistent self. But yeah, find that interesting. It doesn't matter how you spell Aaron because it could be Aaron or Aaron. And it's a nice little quirky fact about the All-Star team.
Thanks for providing the goods there, Val. Appreciate that.
I'm always here for it. I try anyway. Sometimes it fails.
We got the Pirates here really holding sway this second end. We've got a really nice setup head, holding one and a look for 2. Not much happening for the Jets at the moment.
We do have Steve Ratcliffe and Craig Lauman here from Club Pine River. It's great to see them, one of the BPL hosts, the spiritual home of the tournament, all the way back in 2013, where they hosted the old APL01, the first edition of the event. And the Brisbane Gold were the team that ended up winning it, which has amalgamated into the Moreton Bay Pirates. They turned into the... Oh, that's clattered through.
Yeah, still, I'm pretty sure that's a Pirates bowl back there, so it was a bit fortunate, but still Pirates holding sway. One to them.
So it is the same franchise, sorry, Lindsay, as the Brisbane Gold. They went to the Brisbane Pirates. Now they're the Moreton Bay Pirates. Yeah,
I was going to say, Steve and the crew up there, they're wonderful supporters. You know, we spoke earlier about the huge clubs in our sport, but the amount of support they give to their bowls teams and their members is incredible. They're a fantastic community club as well. You know, they've had some floods up there in the past and they get behind and they're out giving out water and making lunches for people and, you know, just the real heart of the community, even though it's a ginormous club. So, yeah, big props to the Piney crew. They really get behind their team as well down here, and they are the home of the BPL, and they kind of lend it to Moama. Moama do a wonderful job trying to replicate as well.
Catherine might need to stop that. Oh, no, it wasn't on the next head. That's fine. I thought it was. I'm looking at all those bowls going, oh, hang on. No, there's a mat right in front of them.
All right, we're seeing a bit of a swap around here. I like this. A bit of an early change-up. It hasn't quite worked as the Pirates score a multiple there.
So another 2, it looks like. And 4-0 to start proceedings here. Paul Foster will lead against Catherine Rednall, as you alluded to, Lindsay. Aaron Wilson to skip against Alex Marshall. So 4-0 to Moreton Bay.
Yeah, I think the teams that have this luxury being able to change players over from lead to skip, and you've really got to get on it early. I like what they've done here in 3. Get on it early if it's not working. They didn't do too much wrong there. They were probably just a little bit outplayed, but just change up the dynamic and see if you can change the momentum in your favour.
Of the 6 players, a couple of them have won Bowls Premier Leagues before. Aaron Wilson, Alex Marshall. Matty Flappers made a couple of finals as coach. Jamie Lee was on debut last time out.
Yeah, some nice starters there from Paul. Very well known out there in the bowls circle as one of the best leads going around, especially in the pairs format. Combination with Alex Marshall, very successful. All just sneaking under. Going to finish in a good home there. Jack's always moving in this BPL format. A very aggressive style of play. Nice little walk off the front from Alex. To be fair, he wasn't far off the mark. Had he missed that just on the high side. Aaron Wilson, his first look at a conversion style shot. Just hanging a little bit high. Has caught the back edge of that bowl and wandered into head a little bit. Pirates still holding slightly. Aaron Wilson would really love to get some movement on this Jack. 3 bowls just waiting past. He's going to sit it. Well played, Aaron Wilson. That's what we're used to in BPL. Great shot there. From 1 down to 3 up.
Very impressive. That's what he does best, isn't it?
Oh, I'd love to see that. Just a change up in combination. Can it sway this game? You know, they were probably getting outplayed the other way round, and just a little bit of a change in dynamic.
Well, they were looking extremely good, the Jets, before the Ospreys had their way with them. Because, you know, they hadn't lost yet, and then Tweed just went bang, bang.
Alex needs big solid bit. Oh, he's unlucky not to run through with it. Just stuck there.
Oh, sorry, no, it wasn't the Ospreys. It was the Saints.
Marker indicating 2 to the Jets.
Exactly what they need. Can Aaron Wilson make it a 3?
Yeah, I think last round, Val, I think the Ospreys took down the Pioneers quite
it.
convincingly.
Yeah,
they were sitting top of the table.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's been a long day.
Aaron Wilson just coming up a bit shy. Didn't want to do too much damage. It is 3. A big score of 3 as we see a power play now in action for the Moreton Bay Pirates.
Desperately needed score for the Jets. They're on the board. 4-2. And Alan Faulkner, 4-3, sorry. Saw a 2 on the scoreboard and jumped.
They were still going. Still adding to that one. It's okay, Val, you're a bit keen, bit eager.
Yep.
Big end coming up now.
Always got to get in the score and pause, Lindsay.
We still do have the power play up the sleeve as Matthew Flapper.
I think it might be a power play for both teams here, Lindsay. I think Matty Flapper waved it as well.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It is a double power play.
Double power play, we've got
confirmed. Wow.
Oh, I like it. I like to see that. Interesting, not having last bowl.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the tactic from the Jets here. If it works, it works. If
Yeah,
not,
we'll hold our decision till the end.
But if Alex Marshall plays a bomb, you know, you'd almost rather... I guess Matty Flapper's thinking, and rightly so in a way, because if they do lose this end, then you'd have to be chasing a multiple anyway. But if they win the end, then they've got to defend, so it's...
Yeah, I mean, if they dropped a couple here, that's 4. it becomes
and then you don't have a power play to
8-3.
and then you don't have a power play to respond with. So,
well, he might know something we don't. So
and Matty Flapper does know a lot about the Bowls
he
Premier
does,
League.
He does.
One of the best players to watch in this competition,
Yep.
and we are a little bit sad that he isn't playing because he is a character.
Yes, going to miss the arms up in the air.
Yeah.
That BPL he played at Pine Rivers, he was in amazing form.
Almost
playing,
won it for them.
Crazy good shots. Such a great tactician, but he can bring all that to his players on the bench as well. And his club, Ocean Grove, he really does do a good job leading the crew there and inspiring them from the bench, which is a pretty important aspect as well. But two really good shots there from Catherine.
Relentless from Rednall, and they are looking the goods at the moment, the Moreton Bay Pirates. Disco has produced flashes of brilliance, but
maybe Disco loves the pressure of a power play. Maybe that's
I think
made this decision potentially. I'm not too sure.
Look, he was under. Oh, he's gone big. How he hasn't hit anything there, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But
just getting through that gap.
you saw at the Trans-Tasman, he was under a bit of pressure on that first day. I think only won one of his 3 matches. Didn't start the second that flash hot. But then he really started to pounce on Shannon McElroy and did so well towards the end of the competition to help the Open men seal their test series.
Yeah, he's a real gritty kind of player, Disco. Like, he just can find a way. Like, he doesn't have to be at his best 4 bowls on the jack all the time. He's just has such a knack and a flair for success. So, just see this one finding a gap as well. So a 1-bowl target he's trying to attack at it isn't the easiest, but there are 2 bowls of Paul Foster waiting there in the wings.
Yeah, Disco, he's the equivalent of, say in tennis, if a player's 2 sets to love down, who would you want coming back and winning in 5?
He's a fighter, yeah.
But Disco is one of those players in bowls that you would want bowl in hand. Say if you're 18-0 down, who do you want playing for your life in a singles match? You're choosing Aaron Wilson or Aaron Sheriff. He's clattered them. What's he got here, Disco?
Is he going to stay up?
I think
did he go? Oh, did he go the kill? He must have gone the kill, did he?
Didn't see a nomination there at all. Well, they've lost their power play.
Yeah, I suppose it was inconsequential.
Yeah.
If you're dropping 2 there and you're 4 behind, drop a 4, 5 behind last end, power play doesn't matter anyway, but...
So, it'll be still a power play, so still a red jack for Moreton Bay. And we're going in a different direction here.
Okay.
So, this mat is being brought right up by Paul Foster.
Ooh. Jacked it.
Oh, there's still 2 ends to play, so maybe, I don't know, I've never seen it before, but it'd be exciting.
No, let us down. Speaking of, Aaron Wilson's fighting spirit, so there was an Australian Open semi-final, I think, going back 3 or 4 years against Jacob Nelson. Jacob got out to about a...
2023.
Was it 2023?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he got out to about a 17-1 or 2 lead.
Yeah, Disco fought
he fought all his way back, and almost, because Jacob was one of my athletes at the time in our program, I thought, oh no, what's going to happen here? And he almost got there, as we see some great lead bowls from these 2 amazing international players. But yeah, he almost got back to win that and was always in for the fight. So
I called that match at Helensvale.
That's right.
And I think it was a quarterfinal, and Jacob was at 150%. He was playing unbelievably well. Disco didn't play badly. He just could not match him. And all of a sudden, started to control the length, and you just thought, oh, you're going to feel so sorry for Jacob at the end of this. But he held firm and he held on.
He did. I think that for Jacob started to try and play a little bit like Disco, trying to win the game or play some shots, whereas Jacob's strength 100% is his draw game. He's such a fantastic draw bowler. So, he just lost it a little bit. Disco came right back, but he was able to get the job done, Jacob. But, always a big fighter.
Glenn Pitts did that 2 days later against Aaron Sheriff in the semis of that very tournament.
Was that the same year?
Yeah, so
Wow.
Glenn Pitts, I think, led 19-11. I hope he's not listening, but it was 19-11. He started to go for a couple more drives, and that's when I thought, oh, is he going for too much here?
It's a funny one, right? Because I think, you know, you kind of taught if there's an opportunity there to win the match, go for it. But if you've been drawing yourself, if you've got
Don't
to a
change.
19, don't change what you're doing. But if there's a bowl jack target, you can sink it to win the match, go for it. But it just changed the momentum. And then I remember Omar, he just got his tail up and he got the momentum going, and he is dangerous when he gets in that mood. So, yeah, funny old game, this one that we play.
It is. And
you're never out of it.
You're not.
That's the key.
Well, the only player to beat Aaron Sheriff in singles play this decade at the Australian Open is the man that just sent his bowl down there, Aaron Wilson. 2021 semi-final. So Aaron Sheriff hasn't lost a singles match since then, which is quite remarkable.
Did Disco go on to win that?
Yeah, beat Turles.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that. Sitting with the girls in the stand. Yeah.
None of our Victorians could go up. Feels like forever ago now, but a time that we rather not relive. Getting up to June, or the Gold Coast in June, is one of my favourite things now.
It's not a bad place to be in the winter time. Aaron Wilson just needs to get down. Not a bad home. Got the match right up here on the 21-metre mark. We haven't seen this length played all day.
I know we haven't, have we?
Last bowl coming in for Aaron Wilson. He's stalking it down. Just hanging on the high side there with that speed again.
Does tend to do that on this hand. If you're bowling on ditch side of this rink, can hold. Alex Marshall calls a timeout. I'm not sure what the count is. So it's a Moreton Bay power play. And looking at that angle, I don't know. I'm favouring one of the Jets.
Yeah, we'll know by the shot that Alex plays here, I think. Playing dainty, down the backhand now. Needs Catherine's bowl solid. Or a good piece of the jack just underneath.
So what is the total?
Nobody knows. Aaron Wilson not game to call yet. He thinks it's ours, I think, if my lip reading skills are correct.
Umpire coming out.
This is a tight one. I don't know. Will the calipers fit in there? Is it a feeler gauge? What are they going to use?
A feather.
Get out there with your feather, Val.
I didn't bring it.
We got the calipers, I think.
Steady hands required. Would you be good at this, Lindsay?
Yes.
Really?
I'm an accredited umpire, Val. Yeah.
Are you?
I'd be in my element out there.
Really? I didn't know this about you.
Yep.
I'm very impressed.
All our jackaroos are accredited umpires as part of our not strategy, but make sure we all up to speed on the rules.
Yep.
A lot of us give back to the clubs that we're members at as well. So it's good to be up to speed with all that. So
I don't think you. I think you could do it, not before 9 a.m.
Why?
I saw you this morning. You looked very tired.
I just got in late, 10:30 last night.
Fair enough.
I hadn't had a coffee yet either, so that was the key.
It is. This is a great coffee town here in Moama. Yes. I don't think I've ever had a bad coffee.
Yep.
So if you do like your coffee and you're looking for somewhere on the Murray to stay, Moama, fantastic. Echuca as well. And it's one
to the Jets.
To the Jets. So, they don't have a power play.
No, but that was better than being 2 down, 4/4 down the end before that Aaron Wilson went the kill on. So very good decision there. We're stretching it out now. We've gone from minimum length to full length, maximum.
Great to see a lot of the players that are playing the Junior BPL Challenge over the next couple of days coming in. We've got Ander Panchawat from South Australia, made the under-18 girls final at the AO last year. And her mum, Anya Money Moffat, as well, they played pairs together that we called at the Australian Open in 2024 and ended up playing against Paulina Laurie and Mia Baldy, who played at the same club, and they had known each other for 5 years. And like club mates playing against each other at the AO, the match was a tie.
Oh,
it was one of the best matches I've called. So enjoyable.
How friendly.
It was played in a great spirit. And they were clapping each other's bowls, even if they're opponents. It was great.
Yeah, I saw a couple of the Helensvale juniors have come on down and their families. So I know the Keepy clan quite well, as we see a fantastic shot there from Paul Foster. How's about that? One just passed, one touching right on the jack. When the scores are 4-all, and this is the last end of the first set, it's exactly what you're after.
I want to see Harvey Clark playing in that very soon, or Kenzie.
So we were watching the Premier League on Saturday. The Ospreys were playing at home and having a season off this year with the Premier League just to spend a bit of time with the kids. But went down there with Claire Turley and Brad and I and the kids. And the kids all had a game on the indoor while we're watching outside watching the Premier League. And Ken's had great delight to come out and tell me she had 2 good bowls that hit the white ball.
Yep.
So she was pretty proud of herself.
Nice.
And she said, "Is that good?" I said, "That's great, babe. That is wonderful." I said,
where did the
you
jack
stay?
go
Yeah,
after?
I said, "Did you stay with it?" She goes, "I don't know. I just hit the white ball." I'm like, okay, we've got to work on the lingo. It's called a jack.
Or a kitty.
Yeah, I'm Jack.
I
I'm
prefer
from the
Jack.
Jack.
I don't really like.
Kitty's a bit like, what's the right term? Like, it's a nickname for it. Like, it's Jack.
Yeah, I prefer Jack.
Yeah.
Kitty sounds like you're driving at a cat, and I don't mind cats, so I'd rather not.
We've got a lot of noise from the rink over with the Saints and the Ospreys. Corey, I think they're 3-all, playing the 5th end of the first set, and Corey's gone for a runner, and he's hit the shot bowl, which was a toucher, onto the jack, which is in the ditch, about 4 inches away. So that's going to hurt the Ospreys' chances in the first set.
Well, the other matches, the Pulse have taken the first over the Tridents. It's 5-all between the Lions and Extreme after 4. The Steamers have taken the first over the Suns in a battle of the two teams that haven't won yet. The loser, I'd almost put a pencil through.
Already?
I know it's hard to do.
It's a bit cool, Val.
No, I think if you're 0 and 5, it's going to be very difficult to make it.
The key is where's the 5th placed team. So I think even though you're 0 from 5, like if you can kind of catch a couple of the teams in front of you, that's what you want to be doing.
You know what? You make a very good point because 5th place is at 2 and 2. So
that's not out of.
No, you're 2 games out. So that's not too bad. Maybe I'm being dramatic. I tend to do.
We love a bit of drama. But back here at the ranch, Brisbane, Moreton Bay have got a back one there now.
Just go with a bit of weight,
Alex,
not happy.
Yeah, no, he's trying to take that. So we can see here where that water bottle is, the Maroon Bowl of Brisbane. That's the only way, of Moreton Bay, sorry, the only way that Moreton Bay can score. Trying to get the shot bowl up onto the jack and poke the jack through to that back one.
So win this end, win the set. Alex Marshall, what have you got? Does it stay up?
Perfect.
So it's going to come down to his last bolt. We've got the Ospreys and Saints. They're at 3 apiece. Next door, the Pioneers have taken the first set over the Hawks on the TV rink. So it's all to play for here.
We go, Aaron Wilson trying to remove the back bowl. He's got it. There is not a lot happening now for Alex Marshall.
Well,
nothing past the jack.
Well, they haven't killed an end yet this set.
I'm not sure if there's a gap between the bowl and the jack. There's a chance at this Charlie, so the front maroon onto the next maroon and maybe in without moving the jack. That's potentially all they've got. Last bowl of the end.
I don't think he nominated to kill either, so Alex Marshall with weight misses.
Oh, that's all he had on. Great effort.
And that is the opening stanza to the Geelong Jets, who from 4-0 down didn't even get a power play that set. Matty Flapper does know something that we don't.
I'm not sure I'm giving him credit for that, Val, but what I will call is that amazing conversion from Aaron Wilson on that end, because if he had lost that he was 2 down anyway on the power play, and Alex still had a bowl to come, so it could have been 6. Instead, the end was killed. They got to replay it in the other direction and they scored the shot. So huge moment in the context of that set.
So Geelong, they take the first and have one hand on a 4-1 ledger to start BPL21. Both of these teams in 4th and 5th, looking to go 4-1 and really entrench themselves in this top 5. You can't win a Bowls Premier League on the Monday, but can certainly go a long way to losing it.
Yeah, we see this tactic again here implemented. So Paul Foster's brought the mat right up again, the 21-metre mark.
In this direction?
So minimum one way, maximum the other.
Messes with the brain a little bit.
I like it. Touch one way and you've got to give it a bit of a shove in the other direction. When you're playing against some amazing quality players, anything you can do to change up the momentum, why not? As long as it doesn't muck up your own game.
Exactly right.
Ryan Burnett, we see in action here. Bowls manager at Club Pine Rivers there.
Subbed on for Catherine Rednall. I think Jamie Lee Warsnop, she's coming on after this end. Whether it's Paul Foster or Aaron Wilson that comes off, we're not sure yet.
Wow, I think Aaron Wilson's done such a good job since he's gone to skip. I think, did they lose an end?
No. With him as skip, they didn't. They changed after 2.
Yep, I like that. We called it on end 2, or after end 2 when they changed. Just got to change it up early, go for it. So I imagine, although Paul's not gone poorly, a great shot there from Ryan Burnett. Bit of support there as well. But I imagine with the way the result has gone, they'll keep Aaron Wilson on as skipping this one. Get his lovely fiancée out the other end and tell her what to do, or vice versa. She can tell him.
Bit of both. Tell each other what to do.
It's always nice, as a bench player, when your team's won the first set.
Yeah.
Like you feel a little bit less pressure to get out there and, have the stress of needing to win this one.
Yeah, you're like, it's not all on me. The Jets started BPL20 in extravagant fashion, not losing many of their first few matches. They sat at the top of the table after the first 2 days. But things tapered off for them. It's all about consistency and managing your load and how it all goes throughout the week. You don't want to peak too early. And sometimes you can peak early and ride the wave all the way through.
Yeah, and sometimes, and it's come down to other teams, your fate sometimes being in other franchises' hands as well, which is never any good.
No.
So, yeah, a couple of other franchises winning means your team goes out. So you really want to do everything in your power to have it in your hand. Be up the top of the leaderboard is pretty handy. You don't want to be stressing about results.
No. I remember there was one...
What a shot there, Aaron Wilson. That held on nicely.
Sensational. I remember there was one year, I think the first time the Tridents made the finals, they lost but went up the ladder to make it in.
I remember that, yeah. Because
the Pioneers lost by more.
Only in BPL would that happen.
BPL 15 seems like forever ago.
Does see what Alex has got in reply. It's holding on. Is it going to hold enough? Oh, just didn't get enough of the bowl. Great effort there from Alex.
So Aaron Wilson does it again. I'll take that single. Paul Foster's coming off. Jamie Lee Warsnop's coming on.
All right, so Jamie Lee, fresh off the bench, straight into a long-ish, and not the tee-to-tee that they've been playing. Probably allowed Jamie to feel the weight a little bit. It is hard coming off the bench and going straight into tee-to-tee you can't afford to flirt too much with that ditch. So nice. The husband letting her ease her way in for a little bit.
Haven't heard too much about the wedding plans. See how that goes, but I heard about the proposal. Have you heard about that?
Enlighten me.
They're at the Trevi Fountain in Rome. Disco had the ring ready.
I have heard.
And said to their little 1-year-old at the time, Summer, saying, "Here, I want you to give this to Mum." The problem is, Summer had already been throwing coins into the Trevi Fountain. Engagement ring went in, Disco after it. Thankfully, Jamie Lee said yes.
Doesn't he know any better? You don't give anything like that the power to a 1-year-old from Z.
And that is a lot of power for a 1-year-old to have.
We see a really nice starter here from Jamie Lee. It's always good, get your first one up past the jack and ease your way back onto it from there. Don't want to be having to push through bowls or get in the way. Ryan Burnett just pulling up a little bit short. Aaron wanting Jamie Lee to stay on that hand. You played the line so well was the instruction. Much of the same. Bit of a clap here, up and about onto your own. That's a really nice end from Jamie Lee. We just pay lovely tribute to these wonderful coloured bowls, the pink and the black.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it?
It is. Is there a better match out there?
Yellow and black's pretty good.
Oh, Richmond.
Yeah.
There's no pink and black team, is there? Oh, did you see the Gold Coast Suns brought out a pink shirt?
I love that Guernsey.
I do.
The socks,
done well.
probably not so much, but the pink and black
they've done well.
Gather round in Adelaide is sensational.
Do you reckon they took inspiration from our Geelong Jets?
They might have.
I think so. There's been a bit of talk about them.
Yep. Maybe one of their staff members came down to BPL in November and said, "We want to release that."
I think so. It looks good.
And
really nice ball. Aaron Wilson, lovely draw.
Feel like they're in control here, don't you?
Definitely now.
The Pirates need something special. The man on the mat has all of the ability to provide it.
Yeah, I feel like Geelong definitely have a lot of the momentum. Obviously winning that first set makes you have that, but even the way the heads are set up for them at the moment, there's not a lot on. Alex having to play almost a near perfect shot with line and weight to get even a shot, one shot. So not easy for them. Aaron Wilson just covering the spot just in case.
Yeah.
Good to get that early. We've seen that a little bit on the TV rink today, covering the spot early.
But it's such a good strategy because that means you don't have to worry about doing it. You can take the pressure off a little bit. Play a bit freely. Alex Marshall. Oh, wow.
Deserved better. He probably played that as good as he can.
Just an air of frustration from the Scot.
He has cut it down to one. Aaron Wilson just asking, can he sit the bowl? It is slightly in front of Jack, but it doesn't seem to be too much risk. Well, he's played that really well. At least three there, you would imagine.
Absolutely magnificent.
We haven't seen many of those shots come off on this rink. Just that yard or two overweight isn't the easiest to play that line, but he's made that look easy for sure. Another big bowl required here from Alex Marshall. Pressure on early this second set. Doesn't like it.
Bit of a trying in there for Alex Marshall. Couldn't quite find the length, could he? So this could be three.
Definitely 3. They've taken out 3, a measure for 4 now.
This would be gargantuan for the Geelong Jets.
Unlike Alex, who, he's when you're down, the law number 101 in bowls is you got to be up, and might have just had a little bit of a misfire off the mat.
If it's 4, I reckon Alan Faulkner fires off the power play. It is just the 3, but Alan Faulkner says, no, I want my double shots. And like the first set, but the complete opposite. The Jets went down 4-zip. Now they're 4-zip in front. Can the Pirates rectify the situation and reciprocate?
This is the end they need. I feel like they lose this end. Still 2 ends to go, but it's a big journey back from at least 5-0 down. So we see the mat be brought up again to the 21-metre mark. They haven't scored since end 2 of the first set, the Pirates.
Since Disco came on as skip.
Master stroke.
Pioneers took the first over the Hawks. The Saints took the first over the Ospreys. Steamers took the first over the Suns. The Lions took the first over the Extreme. And the Pulse took the first over the Tridents. That's what's happening around the rinks at the moment. And the Jets look like they could be on course to go 4-1 up in this ledger at BPL21.
A little bit of a loose start from both the leads. Probably in the Jets' favour at the moment with Jamie Lee. Both bowls past the jack. Just holding off a little bit, but good enough for shot. Does have the added bonus for Ryan as a bit of a guide. Just has to get inside this one.
It's in behind it.
Is it up and about? Yep, done enough, I think. One shot to the Moreton Bay Pirates.
Alex Marshall strides down with Aaron Wilson. Both of these two made history in the sport at the Commonwealth Games. Disco is Australia's equal most successful Commonwealth Games athlete with about 3 or 4 others. Ellen Fife, Beck Van Ash, Natasha Van Eldick and Carla Krasanik all have won 2 with Disco gold medals. But Alex Marshall, more importantly, the most successful athlete for Scotland at the Commonwealth Games in terms of gold medals won.
That's a pretty cool stat, isn't it? And the thing I love about Disco, so I know the girls, they had both at the Gold Coast, but for Disco to be able to win at the Gold Coast, the greens are flying 17, 18 seconds, but then to back it up 4 years later at the Northern Hemisphere when the greens are running 12, incredible feat, and it can't be underestimated how hard that is, and 2 completely different styles of games. But probably suited Disco. I think he plays that flary game. He's always up charging. We talk about his fighting spirit, so he gives every bowl a chance, and he's just able to make things happen. And had the pleasure of being there in Birmingham, as did you, Val, but seeing him in action in that final, I don't think anyone would have beaten him. He was just amazing to watch.
But the semi, equally, against Ian McLean, I think he was that far in front that Ian McLean was whistling halfway through the match, whistling while he was walking down the green. I'm like, you could just tell that Disco was home. I think McLean had realised that Disco had got him. It just seemed that way. Alex Marshall.
Nice. Can't buy a result at the minute, Alex. He's under the pump every end. Jets playing really well, setting up the heads really well. There's not a lot on here for the Moreton Bay Pirates. Nothing past the jack anymore. It's almost, I think, for Alex, maybe a forehand shot, trying to chip his bowl in. The one at 11 o'clock. Another great bowl there by Aaron Wilson in a position. Pretty sure the only thing he's got on is that some kind of result off the 11 o'clock bowl. Top left of screen as we look at it. Maybe just looking to draw the shot, I imagine.
He's not far away. Oh, wow. So, power play nullified for the Jets. They are 5-0 to the good, and it's a power play of their own. This is panic stations if you're Moreton Bay.
Oh, have we seen many sixes on the last end? Oh, that's a lot to ask, isn't it?
Doesn't happen much. Look, all the Jets need to do is win this end, and the match is over.
They could lose 5 this end and still win.
No, there's 2 ends to go.
Oh, there's 2 ends to go.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay, there's still some excitement in this match. Wonderful.
You just resigned to the fact that it was over.
I did a vow.
Yeah.
I'd given up on them. Okay, we're still in it. We are still in it here. Moreton Bay Pirates. Probably needing a 3, I favour this end. Back-to-back 3s. Force a tie break. Nice start here from Ryan.
So, it is simple for the Jets because they win it. They convert the power play 1 double to 2 at least. You know, that's worst case scenario if they win the end. That's 7-0. They can't lose. The final end will be played for shots up, but the result will go their way as Jamie Lee Warsnop says, I'm going to nudge the jack down the line.
Yeah, great player, Jamie Lee. She's cemented a spot there in the top 10 Jackaroos, top 10 females in our country at the moment. Plays such a high level, high standard of bowls. Manages that with a nursing career and raising the beautiful daughter Summer together. Busy lady, but give a busy person a job to do and it will get done.
And there's a lot of nurses in this sport. I think Caitlin Inch, or paramedic, she's got a very full-on job with what she's doing. She does an amazing job with her work. And then you also look at Jess McMullen, I believe, is a nurse.
Yeah, you had Carla Krasanik.
Yep.
And you got...
Or working in the medical field, not nurse.
Yeah, true. So, yeah, Kylie Lavis now, she does physio. But I feel like there's, Chrissy and Cairo, a lot of our girls in particular play those roles where you can really help people, and wanting to help people is part of what they do. So, very special humans.
I mean, Chloe Stewart, she's GM of Sparms.
Yeah, just to throw things in the mix.
While also helping people with sun protection sleeves.
She's very passionate about that and does such a great job, and great to see her awarded as she works her way up the career ladder now. Recently retired, Australian Jackaroo, my fellow retiree.
Yes, true. Very true.
Good to see she's not retired completely from the sport, so still playing for our amazing Ospreys outfit and the state of Queensland as well.
Same with you.
Correct.
Not completely retired.
Yep. Disco not quite getting the shot there, but hasn't made it any easier for Alex Marshall, trying to get at least probably 2 or 3 this end.
So the Pirates need to win this end. It's pivotal for their chances of manufacturing a comeback. But the way Disco has bowled and the way that he's put them to the sword since he's gone up to the skip position, it's been something to behold.
Yeah, he's changed it up for the better for the Jets.
And
needs to get in. That's a really good ball. It's not short, but it's another one in the head. 2 seconds now for the Jets.
Be interesting to see what he does with his last. Does that change anything for him in terms of his shot selection? Lindsay Clark?
Well, I mean, interesting. Surely you'd look like you've got to hit that, I think, if you're the Jets, but who knows how the bowls lie. I don't know. Is he happy with 2 down? Does he go it and then hope he clears some out? He's playing a little bit, but not a lot. So just looking to crack an egg or get another one round about potentially. And not the easiest shot, but he's probably was slightly concerned. I mean, any other end, he probably hits that target. He's 2 down. He's got a back one, but there's a potential he gets, you know, the Moreton Bay bowls onto the jack and pushes them back and gives Alex, you know, 2 or 3 metres for a third shot as opposed to he's got, what, about maybe 6 inches there. So
a third is incredibly difficult.
Yeah, a little bit of, he had a go, but was a little bit tentative, I think, Aaron Wilson.
Alex Marshall. I think this is a bit of a safe weight, but it's trundling its way down, trying to get there. I think they'll take the 2 and now leaves them with the opportunity to, if they can, net a 3 and send it to a tie, or they need a 4, don't they?
Need a 4. Yeah, that's right. I think back-to-back 3s was doable. I think it's
a 4's hard.
4 is tricky, but they're in the game. I had given up because I thought it was the last end 2 ends ago. So I thought it was too hard to try and get a 6. But
4 is pretty tricky.
It is. But we have seen it happen more than a 6, so.
That's true.
First couple of bowls are going to be key here. Just pulling up a little bit short.
Yeah, when you're getting to the point where more than half of your bowls have to be the shot or have to be ahead of your opponent's bowls in this caper, in the Bowls Premier League, with the amount of talent that you're playing against, it's not going to be easy. But if you're Alex Marshall, you're saying, oh, it's like shelling peas for me.
I can conjure up something, I'm thinking, if I'm him.
Yeah. But
Not if I'm me, but
I've seen you do some pretty spectacular things on the green, Lindsay.
I think he'll be wishing he had a power play up his sleeve right now. I know that.
For sure.
Not too bad there from Ryan. He's got his other one relatively up in the mix a little bit, as long as that jack doesn't move any further back than there.
It ended a run of 6 consecutive ends won by the Geelong Jets just before, so maybe a little spur of energy could come through. Ryan Bennett's so quick, isn't he, on the mat?
Got Cass Millerick skipping over on the other rink, so the Steamers are 10-0 up on the last end, so she's having a bit of fun over there, and they're going to get their first win on the board.
That's going to hurt the Perth Suns. Haven't made the finals since BPL12. And they're 0-5.
Oh, Jamie Lee, she's running to it. She's happy about that. She has almost snuffed out the chance of a 4.
That's a supreme bowl. You can see it on your picture there. It's like a jack sandwich.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Alex probably needs to try and arrive up here, get some movement of the jack. If he can't do that with his first or second bowl, he's probably going to have to go a keel of the end, start again.
The Saints lead the Ospreys 10-1, I believe, or is it 8-1? 8-1 with an end to play, and it's not a power play, so the Saints will beat the Ospreys. That's a very good finish to the day for them. Oh, no, it is a power play to Tweed. A white jack was put down first.
So what's the scenario? They need a 4, do
4,
they?
Yep.
Look, we saw them grab a 3 on their power play against Tassie, Connor's Tassie team, to
Poor Tassie.
to snare that victory in the last round. So it's not over.
And I think Catherine Rednall has just made a signal to Alex Marshall to go for the kill.
Can he see it, though? That bowl of Ryan's right on the line.
Kill nominated. Will we play this end again? They need a 4. He's not far away. Alex Marshall just rubbed off the front bowl, and that's what you alluded to. Can he see it?
Yeah, look, he was right on track had he missed that bowl. Just needed to breathe in as he passed it. Unfortunately, clipped it. It's out the way now, though.
But they can't nominate again. So they've missed the nomination.
Sad story. Sad story. Unfortunately, there's not anywhere I can really see a 4 occurring.
And now Disco's gone the block up. That's right in the way too.
He's nailed the block shot. He's done everything as he's gone to skip.
Alex Marshall, what's he got here? Tried everything. That jack just not coming out. 1 down indicated by Jamie Lee. So that's 1 to Moreton Bay. Watch Disco draw this. It's the way that he's gone about his business here. Aaron Wilson. It's coming.
He is very
Surely
close. Not. Needs a little wiggle.
Oh, did he get it? Or are they both touching?
Is this just for fun now? What a performance by Aaron Wilson and the Jets.
And it's 1 to Moreton Bay. They do get it in the end.
Have they declared it? Jamie's not giving it up yet,
no,
Val.
well, Berno thinks it's definitely 1. They're all getting down on their knees having a look here.
How many pairs of eyes on that?
How many bowlers does it take to decide who's got shot? No, there is Laureen Smith with 1 paddle in the air, and it's Moreton Bay who take the 1. So inconsequential for them in the end. A 5-4, 5-3 win for the Geelong Jets. They get the job done and they go 4-1 to finish the opening day of action here at the Bowls Premier League in Moama, BPL21. Could it be the Jets who fly to the title? Who knows? Lindsay Clark, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure having my first sessions of commentary with you. I think we've known each other for how long now? And still haven't done a match together. Now we've done 5.
I know, how wonderful. And I won't be back tomorrow. I've got the job of doing some of the live events in the evening, but I've had a pleasure doing it alongside you guys today. And great to see the Jets get that one in what the end was a bit of a convincing victory. So, yeah, it all starts again tomorrow. So, you know, everything changes very quickly in this BPL game. So make sure you're tuning on in and you're supporting your teams and, yeah, really get behind who you think is going to win this BPL 21. It's been exciting so far.
Certainly looking forward to tomorrow. Thank you very much, Lindsay. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Check your local guides. It's the Pioneers up against the Tridents. That's first up in the morning. A big match to start off day 2 of BPL 21. A big thank you to Connor Munnings for everything that he's done putting the pictures together. You've done a superb job, mate. So well done for all of your work behind the scenes this afternoon. It's been a pleasure watching you do your thing. So well done to you. And thank you from me, Val Febo, as well, for listening and watching on. We'll catch you all tomorrow, 9 a.m. BPL 21. Plenty more still to come in Moama. It's only just getting started.